Hello everybody, welcome back to The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask randomized. We're gonna buy a shield, but first of all, I have to shuffle everything. Hopeful that sound I'm making doesn't paint me as a messy person. Yeah. Alright, so before we buy the shield and move on, it's time for the prayer. So, you know what to do, maybe, hopefully. If you don't, here's a timestamp. Skip ahead if you wish. I don't mind. And, yeah, quick word of prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for this time that we can come and enjoy this video game together. Thank you for your many blessings, specifically today. I want to thank you for taking care of a financial situation that of mine that could have been far worse than it actually did. Thank you that went smoothly, and thank you for my mom and her recovery seems to be going well. Just thank you for caring. You care more than anyone on this planet. And I don't know how, I don't know why, but you do. So thank you. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay. Shield time! Actually very glad that those purchasable items are not randomized. It's already hard enough keeping up with the business scrubs that have stuff to sell. Alright, now that we've done that, let's see. We determined I can't get to the princess thanks to not having a chicken for the sleeping dude. I already did the Lens of Truth minigame. I can never quite recall if you're able to do the Bombchu minigame right away, or if you have to wait till later for that. Do you think I turned in Richard the dog? Well, I think I'm gonna do that later once I find somewhere the Song of Time. For now, let's take a little skip over to the ranch. I want to see if, well, I can think of at least one spot that there's going to be something for me to find. Usually a piece of art. But you know, randomizer. Oh, maybe two things. I have to have enough rupees for the other one, though. I didn't think about that. Well, no, because he's still sleeping. Hold on. Let's find out if we have a randomizer necessary sequence break here. That's a no. What about the other one? I could sleep to this music. She is here! You know your dad's not back yet. Apparently he's not important. I came home in a hurry. Yeah! It is a fantastic song to unlock. I don't care that it's not for this game. That will make... once I get to the Majora's Mask side of things, that will make that game playable. That was a fantastic unlock. This is an awesome seed. Of course, I say that. This is literally my first time with a randomizer, but I can certainly say that my first seed, since I had to redo it, my first seed didn't feel nearly as good as this does. So, I think it's a great seed. But, could be wrong. Just gonna go ahead and equip that right away, because I need to, is that showing my sword sticking out? Because I don't have a sword yet. It sure is, look at that. Yeah, so I'm trying to do as much as I possibly can here on the Ocarina of Time side of things. Just to hopefully make things go smoother once I head to the other game, because they're randomized both ways. So you know, the more I can do here, the more likely I am to not have a bad time when I get to the other game. So yeah. Also, in case you're here for the first time, you'll notice that this video is titled as a redo. As a remake, basically. Long story short, I got new technology. What the? I mean, that's not an unusual thing to be here, but what does this mean? The chicken. We got the chicken. But it's not on my thing! Okay, so the people that make these things are diabolical geniuses, as far as I understand it. So, I am going to act on the assumption that the chicken, what is normally a tradable item, is in this case essentially a gear item that I just have. So if I go and talk to Talon, or Talon, or whatever the heck his name is, who's sleeping in front of the castle, I think the chicken will wake him up. It definitely seems worth checking. So let's go to do that. Doo-doo-doo. Just enjoy the Hyrule Field theme for a moment here. By far the best sounding MIDI composition I've ever heard. Just saying. And since I'm back over here, I think what I'm also going to do, I'm going to chill here for a bit. Oh, shush, Navi. Yeah, we're just gonna sit tight for a minute. Let's watch the sunset. Ow! Such an impressive lighting effect. So good. Right now I'm in a spot where time can pass, but I can still enter the market once it does. So we're just gonna wait for nighttime. I'm gonna check on Richard the dog while I'm over here. Because why the hoo-hey not? I don't know why I said that. Can we... future me, can we edit this out? Great! Now that my embarrassment has been edited out. Let's see. I certainly don't need extra embarrassment. I am very capable of managing my own embarrassment. I don't know, guys. I'm not a comedian. I'm just... Words are coming. Things are being said. Hello, Richard the dog. That is... boring. But mostly acceptable. There was something I was thinking about that's... Oh, I know what I was thinking about. Just gonna circle around here for a minute. Don't touch me! Don't touch me, dog! Don't touch me, dog! Ah, dang it. Doesn't matter, really. It's just kind of annoying. Leave me alone! I am a cat person! And that's a true story. Ooh. Uh-huh. Yep. Don't worry about me. You know what else I just thought of? It didn't denote... All it said was chicken. Which is problematic, because if it actually used the names that are used in the original game, then I would know exactly what it is, because you get a chicken of a sort as an adult also, but that chicken is specifically called a pocket cuckoo. Cuckoo? Nobody knows. Anyway, so I've never actually looked at the proper item name for the youngling chicken. Maybe it is just chicken, and that means that's what I have. I don't know. Just mouth spewing out brain thoughts. That's all. Hello, lazy bones. Okay. So... perhaps that means that I have the adult Link chicken. Perhaps. We'll find. Okay. Next up. Next on the list, I think we're gonna do a little Hyrule Fielding. Hyrule Fielding. That didn't play out the way I wanted it to. Future me edit this out too. Okay, great. Thanks. I just realized I hope those edit gags turn out to be at least kind of funny, because I just realized how much extra work I added for myself. Okay. Oh well. Wouldn't be a no prob Rob video if I wasn't giving myself problems. Drop here. This was actually this is just Gold Skulltula spot. Man, got a fly in my room that's starting to tick me off. Okay. There's rock over here. Go check the rock. I know it's quite silly these days, but I kid you not, when I was 7 or so, this whole area, this whole world, felt enormous. Very exciting. That's less exciting. That said, even today, so I have never, I only recently 100% completed this game for the first time, a couple months ago. And I did not do it, completely by myself. I'm not ashamed to say it. I know exactly where my skill level is, and completing something 100% without the use of a guide is not something that's going to happen. So, I used a guide. And even at that, like, even having all that stuff spoiled, and, like, just seeing all the little things that I missed kind of blew my mind. You know, it's stupid little stuff. Like, I can show you something. Let's see here. Because something I never had back when I was on my N64 was a rumble pack. I did not have a rumble pack. So, so the Shard of Agony, or I guess it's the Stone of Agony in this version, was just something to fill a spot in my screen. That is what that was. Couldn't use it. Yes, I know that also means I didn't play Star Fox 64. What a shame. Except I did. I maybe rented it, but I certainly played it at other houses and later on. So don't worry, I played Star Fox 64. But yeah, I never owned that, so no rumble pack. Very, very dull N64 boy. I also didn't have the transfer pack, nor did I have either of the Pokemon Stadiums. I didn't have Pokemon Puzzle Challenge? Pokemon Puzzle League? Shoot. The N64 and the Game Boy Color ones are called a slightly different name. I think the N64 one is League? Oh well, nobody cares. Shame though. It was a good time. A good game. I did have Pokemon Snap though. I did have Pokemon Snap. I even remember the little sticker printout kiosks at Blockbuster that I never used. Not sure I would have understood how to use it back then. Well, this stuff was all brand new. I was just a kid. Kids are dumb. What can I say? It's not true. Kids are not dumb. Certainly not anymore. I'm feeling old. Okay, moving on. Anyway, point is, no rumble pack, no transfer pack. I did have a memory pack. I don't remember why I had a memory pack. I can't think of a game that we had that required the use of a memory pack, so... whatever. Yes, we are not in Hyrule Field anymore, that's because there is stuff to find, stuff to do. So, here's a fun thing. What the? Whoa, what is that? 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 Wait. Is that... I think Oh, you hardcore Majora's Mask fans are gonna hate me. I think that is an item needed for the Anju Cafe quest line in Majora's Mask. Boy, I hope I'm right. Ooh, I wonder how that quest line's gonna work in a randomizer. Oh, that can get real messy. And now we're at Lake Hylia. Hylia? Hylia, probably. Probably Hylia. What to do here? Alright, let's... That's not where I'm meant to go. Yeah, I can't do anything with you. Just, you sit tight. We're gonna go talk to an owl. Yes. Yes. No, I will not grab onto your talons, Gapora Gabora. Capora Gabora. Yes. I have to at least see what they're gonna offer. Could be genuinely helpful. I might use the business scrubs more than ever before. 20 rupees? I don't think so. Hey! Hey! Do that again. Thank you. 36. Goodness, no. Sheesh. What's the algorithm? Golly. I do actually want that, but I can't afford it, so... That was fun. I didn't remember that was a business scrub spot, so sorry for the time waste. Time wasted. Wasted. So if anybody's keeping up and cares to ask, my mom is doing okay. Just as a catch up for certain others, she had uterine cancer. Is thankfully very treatable. So she had an operation. Went well. She's recovering. No signs of spreading. So very thankful for that. But she is misbehaving. She doesn't recover well. She doesn't like sitting still, which is an interesting thing to consider for someone who's retired. She likes to do these home improvement projects all the time, but she can't quite handle it on her own. So really I do a lot of home improvement projects for her. That's more or less where we're at these days. She decided to do a project. I chastised her multiple times because she's supposed to be recovering. But but she's still plugging away, so I guess she's recovering all right. It's a good thing, I suppose. Just worried. Just worried. No, screw you. I don't want you. Go away. Die, fish. Leave me alone. A bit harsh. Necessary, though. No, not the little one. Get away from me. Go away. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. Just get this over with. You are worth nothing. Nothing, you hear me? You're worthless. You're worthless pounds of scaly flesh. But I will catch you. Alright, nope, no. Oh, this fly is really getting to me. I hate this thing. No, come! Are you serious? Was that the same fish? Was that the same fish? Ah! What is it with the fishing? The last few times I was playing through this game, the fishing was fine. It was fine. What happened? Apparently all the fish just got together and decided to hate me. It's the only explanation that makes sense to me. Yeah. Yeah, you love that hook. You're gonna fight that hook. Yeah, you are. Yeah, I gotcha. Gotcha. I gotcha! Get in my hand! Not my belly. I need to wave. Yay. Alright. Let's see what prize the fisherman has for me today. After I finish stroking myself. Weigh my fish. Weigh it! Not as exciting as anything I was hoping for. I was kind of hoping for a sword, but, you know. It's really not bad. Not bad. This is feeling like a very, very productive episode. If we're lucky, I'll be able to get over to the Dodongo's Cavern next episode. I think that's going to be possible. We have more or less covered everything I can. Well, I can learn a song from Saria. I should see what song that's going to be. I can definitely get into the Dodongo's Cavern. I don't think I'll be able to visit Darunia yet. I don't have the right songs for that. Oh, I could also go to Zora's Domain. Oh, those bombs were great, kid. Alright. See, this whole spot right here, never knew this existed. Never had a clue. I'm telling you! I want that ball! Alright, rupee hunting time. Definitely hunting for rupees. Rupees! Rupees! Ah! I'm coming for you! Give me that bow. Give me the bow. Give me the bow. Where'd that bow? Yeah, so normally this is one of the heart pieces that you would unlock here. I didn't have a clue. Had no idea. I'm not sure I even knew that hole was there. Again, no rumble pack. So, that was a pretty big mind blow for me to find. It does weird me out a little bit, like the water's all black and stuff like that. They didn't do that again for the remake on 3DS. They didn't make it like black water or anything. It's just like a regular, like the hole we were just in. It looks the same. So, not sure what's up with that. I wonder if that's like an emulation error. I don't know. I don't know stuff. Why am I wearing a Deku shield? Oh, for the business scrubs. Durr. Durr. Oh, we're gonna be done in just a couple minutes here. We get, I think just a couple other spots here in the fields. I keep coming up short on those. Ooh, this could be a good one. Big chest. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Huh? Man. Aside from having the, aside from the Deku mask, I'm just about all set to do whatever I want come, Majora's Mask time. That is pretty sweet. Is there a hole over here? I don't remember anymore. Okay, I think we're done. Yeah. Okay, so... Alright. Let's see. You don't want to stick around and see what song I learned? You do? I'm so glad I'm having text conversations with myself this whole episode. At least I got the new technology that won't crash when I try to put text on a video. Yeah, that was a thing. It was less fun than it sounds, actually. It occasionally crashed my computer. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, wait. No, okay. I forgot. There's one barrier to me getting all the way to Saria? If I'm careful and clever, I think I can make this happen. Oh shoot, I don't remember. I think I did the Ocarina thing there. Shit, I forgot! I can use shortcuts and stuff now! Oh, I'm so happy I got the bombs! Woo! What do we got? This has got to be one of the best randomized runs. That's incredible! Ow! Oh, I can't wait to get to Majora's Mask. I'm so happy. Alright, what do you got? What do you got? No? How does that make sense? I mean, now I finally have confirmation that even the lame random business scrubs can offer important items, but... Huh. Okay. Well, I'm glad I bought that bow for 10 rupees and not 40. Hey! Let's check out these guys. What you got? What you got? Just thinking. So, if you know this game too, back in that spot I was just at, there's this, like, there's this one hole in the ground. It's under some grass. Forgot about that. Hold on. I'll be back. I think they're too smart for the bombs. Maybe I'm wrong, but... anyway, there's a little, like, it looks like a business scrub room, but it's definitely different. And I didn't even know it was there. So, you know, if you know this game, it's the place where you show masks off to the Deku Scrubs. And sometimes they give you things. I don't have a mask that's going to do that yet. I might actually have a mask that's going to make them try to hurt me. So, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I guess we're going to go ahead and call it there. A little bit longer, you know, I think it was totally worth it. That was one of the best half hours I think I've ever had, ever. That was incredible. So, if you liked it as much as I did, you know what to do. Like, comment, blah blah blah, subscribe for more. Actually gonna take a quick break from Star Wars on Tuesday. I've got a couple of games that I was playing like a year or two ago now. They only had like one episode to finish, so I just want to get them finished real quick. I'll probably do Sackboy. Well, that means I need to install that. Okay, well, that's gonna be it. I will see you again soon. Bye.